Hey baby, how you doing? Welcome to your August 2025 PK card reading. Are you ready to get into the energies of August? Okay, so this month we are going to be focusing on self-leadership, on identifying your lights, on releasing anything that blocks you from shining your brightest, most beautiful, boldest light. In this August 2025 PK card reading, we're going to be looking at what you're stepping into, your new identity, how you're being guided to express yourself in the month of August 2025, what you need to release, the shadows you need to release, the old forms, the old thought forms you've told yourself, you've believed about yourself, but that's stopping you from shining as your biggest, brightest, boldest version. We're going to be going into all of those. We're also going to be looking at your love and your creative desires in August 2025. What needs to change? How are you being guided to adjust? What do you need to maintain to continue to give you the best results? Also, look at your career and purpose. Are you being guided to be more visible at this time or for you to take a step back? Which of your soul gifts are also coming up to the surface to be activated? And how is abundance showing up in your life in the month of August 2025? Lastly, we'll look at the Lion's Gate portal also. What can you expect to manifest using the power of the Lion's Gate portal, using the very ripe energy boost available during the Lionsgate portal from end of July up until August 12th, but August 8th is the most vibrant and most energetically charged day. We'll also look at what the full moon in Aquarius has in store for you, what will be coming to light under the full moon in Aquarius, and how to best prepare for it. Okay, so if this reading finds you, this is your August 2025 pick a card reading. There are three options. This is deck one, deck two, and deck three. So at this time, allow yourself to close your eyes, take a deep breath, whisper a prayer if you want to. Otherwise, just close your eyes, take a deep breath, tune into your intuition, and ask for clarity on the deck that has a message for you. Don't worry about making the wrong choice. You cannot make the wrong choice, okay? The reason why you're saying this is because there's a message in it for you. So pick a deck and I'll see you in your reading. Let me know how this reading resonated for you. Okay, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know how the reading resonated for you. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description www.lizbotanica.com. Alright, baby. See you in your reading. I love you. Alright, darling. So if you chose this deck A, this is your August 2025 pick a card month ahead reading. Let's go right into your message, shall we? Be starting off with a look at what you are stepping into in terms of what's opening up for you in terms of your identity. All right, so this August 2025, we are being presented with choices of how far involved you want to go, what choices you want to make. Do you want to make choices that keep you fighting your ego, keep you fighting your shadows, keep you fighting your lower self, or do you want to make choices that are more protective of your inner child? How far involved do you really want to take this healing journey? How far down do you really want to go with this? How far down do you want to believe how much influence you have? There's something about you guys. You don't really see yourself because you don't see how people see you. People often tend to see you as the most innocent version of you, but you don't actually see yourself that way. You're someone who sees themselves as very chaotic, very maybe a bit dishonest, but there's some shadows around the way you see yourself, the way you self-identify, the way you literally perceive of yourself that you need to walk through, you need to clear out, you need to relinquish, and you need to basically drop the fight and stop drop the sword and stop fighting yourself. There's something about also maybe the way you castigate yourself is really linked to there's this energy of shame or having been ashamed or even shaming yourself. There's something about you don't allow you don't you're not so kind to yourself. You're the one who would be the first one to castigate yourself, to throw yourself under the bus, to call yourself names, not in a very bad way, but you just don't take care of yourself as much as you take care of other people. You are more forgiving of others than you are forgiving of yourself. And that's why you're also being brought here to see this reading and pick this card and receive this message. This August 2025, you have the opportunity to repair this rift in how you, I'm saying like a rift in your psyche material, in the fabric of your psyche, of your self awareness, of your concept of self. There's a rift that needs to be repaired, and for you to repair this rift, you need to get as involved as it's needed. Like really allowing yourself to go beyond the superficial, to go deep, to really, really ask yourself the questions of why do you pick the kind of fight you do? Why do you raise your sword? Why do you do some certain things? Why is it some certain things that incite you to passion, to anger? What makes you do the kind of things you do? What makes you do the kind of things you do? There's something about you've been on this journey for a while. This is not new. This is not new. This is not a new endeavor. This is not about you starting off your journey of healing or inner child work. No, this is something you've been doing for a while. But you've honestly felt like okay that, and there's also something about maybe you have the opportunity, the same opportunity and the same chances that have been given to you previously. You're getting the opportunity to repeat them again, and it's the exact same thing. And you keep on asking yourself like, when is this thing going to ever end? When is it ever going to be different? When am I ever going to be over it? But it's like you need to, there are still levels of healing that have not been assessed, and you need to allow yourself to go as deep as possible. Allowing yourself to go as deep as possible. This August 2025 is going to be filled with periods of, there'll be periods of heightened emotions, but there'll also be periods that kind of like bring you down to your knees and make you very conscious and cognizant of the presence of God. There's something about this August 2025 that is going to feel like you experience the highs and you experience the lows, the lowest lows and the highest highs. It's almost like you're also being exposed to the breadth and the variety of emotions that could possibly rise from you when you allow yourself to go beyond a set or stipulated way of being or conforming or behaving. But I expect to find yourself having more opportunities to pray, more opportunities to get on your knees, literally. I mean, like opportunities to get you on your knees. So even when you were not prepared for it, you would have more prayer time. And for some of you, there might even be sometimes in this August 2025 where you consider, like, okay, is anything really worth it? But that's also the beauty of life when we're able to enjoy everything as it comes, when we're able to accept everything as it comes, when we're able to be grateful for everything as it comes, knowing that as it surely comes, so it shall surely live. Love comes, love lives. Life comes, life lives. Happiness comes, happiness lives. Laughter comes, laughter lives. Sorrow, sadness, treachery, betrayal, everything will come and leave. But what is present? What is present trait, or what's the common denominator? What's the common factor? Okay, what's the common factor in it all? The Lord King of Wands, what's the common factor in it all? So it's also about this August 2025 is really also about you holding on to your power, knowing your power, understanding what you bring to the situations you get involved in, understanding what you bring to the situations and the choices and the decisions you experience in life, which eventually then leads to these emotions you then experience. Okay, so that is what you're stepping into in August 2025. August 2025 is walking you through the path of becoming self-led, the path of becoming a master of your emotions, master of your feelings, not walking away from regrets, allowing yourself to not hold on to things that have long passed that take you away from the present moment of owning your power. Owning your power in simply in the sense of understanding that this present moment is what you have. What you choose to do in this present moment is all that matters. It's what matters. That is what influences the future. Helping you to understand how much influence and power and impact you have. Okay, there's a new community opening up for you in this August 2025 that you should not allow yourself to. For some of you, first of all, what you need to release is an old community you've outgrown, people that are no longer resonant with you, resonant with your approach to life, resonant with your perspective, resonant with how you see life, resonant with what you understand about life, resonant with your understanding and your experience of life. This August 2025, you don't make yourself want to also continue to hold on, especially in situations where it's been determined that nothing but regret is going to come from such situations. There's also something about you once you're able to make up your mind to see certain so understand that certain realities have been played out. It's going to free you up so much and help you to step into the new opportunities, the new life, the new gatherings awaiting you. This August 2025, you guys are also going to meet someone you've been wanting to meet, someone who is going to be like a sort of guide, a sort of mentor. This person is going to be offering you very, very valuable, insightful information and expert opinion that is best you listen to without getting carried away by however this person appears in front of you. That's also going to help you fully step into your power at this time. That's also going to help you step fully into your power at this time. Okay, so again, you got tower. So these old communities, they are being guided to release because this is tower. You can no longer stay there. You can no longer, it's no longer conducive for your health, for your growth, for your well-being, for your vitality, or for this moment in your life. This place, these communities, these people you are being guided to leave, these companies, these enterprises, these geographical places, this is literally around community. There's an heavy energy of the same community you've been rolling with. It's time for you to walk away from them, especially for the fact that they are not able to appreciate you standing in your full power as the king of wands, as the passionate one, as the masterful one, as the skilled one, as the expert. These persons are not able to appreciate you or see you in this light. So it doesn't make sense for you to continue to stay there. And that is what the tower moment that is happening. So the tower moment happening in August 2025 is going to help you to release old communities, old places, old ideas of people who just didn't get you, who didn't understand you because they just don't have the capacity to be able to see you. See, you are royal, you're a king, but you've been fighting too long as part of the common ones. And that is what is changing in August 2025. So allow yourself to walk away from and don't think that, oh, you've been on this ship for so long, you've been on a voyage on with this ship for so long, you don't know how it will be to have a different experience, to join a different boat. Take that leap first of all. You can see the ship is on fire, there's nothing else. This ship cannot take you anywhere else. This ship cannot take you anywhere else. There's no point being in this regret mode of looking back to whatever you think it is that is left. Allow yourself to burn this bridge and just keep on walking forward and recognizing your own power, allowing yourself, no longer allowing yourself to be the subject of derisive laughter, no longer allowing yourself to be the subject of jealous laughter, no longer allowing yourself to be the one being ridiculed and embarrassed, fixing your royal robes, fixing your crown, fixing your shield, protecting yourself, and moving away from harmful situations and harmful environments. Okay? But it's very imperative when this advice comes in, 111, you're going to be seeing a lot of 21111 2311 You're going to be seeing a lot of 1 1 because there's a new beginning. There's a new beginning opening up for you, and especially make sure you harness, try to harness the August 11 is also going to be very significant for you, but make sure you try to harness the Lionsgate portal to allow you to harness all of that ripe energy to propel you into your new life. Don't miss your opportunity because you've been praying a lot and your prayers are now being answered. It's just that the way your prayers are being answered, they require you to walk away from what it is that is no longer beneficial, vital, protective, and just blessing. What no longer blesses your life, literally. All right, let's get into your love. What's happening in love for August 2025? Okay. Okay, for some of you, those of you that have kids in August 2025, pay attention to your kids a lot more. Make sure you pay attention to a lot more of them. Just be a bit more attentive to them. It's going to be, you're going to kind of like need your assistance, you're going to need your guidance. For those of you that are single, be expecting to attract more older attention, more authoritative attention, people that somewhat get you in a different way. This is also going to be an what I'm hearing is like this is also going to be a like you're being given a tiny picture, a preview of what's going to be, how it's going to feel like, how it's going to be like, how it's going it's interesting you have the yes and no, how it's going to be like, how it's going to feel like when you allow yourself to be in the place where you can be truly seen, where you can be truly loved, where you can be truly acknowledged, where you can be truly understood. The kind of attention you're going to be receiving from romantic partners in August 2025 is just a preview of the kind of, it's just a preview to show you how influential and how impactful you are when you allow yourself to shine your light in a place where you can be truly seen and received for who you are, not you trying to be, not you being the king and walking around naked. No, this is you understanding your worth, accepting your light, owning your worth, owning your light, owning your shit. Because the thing about you in intimate relationships, you don't, you're not afraid of being yourself, and it's not being afraid, it's not actually fair, it's more of in intimate relationships, almost like you can't be bothered to pretend or to dim your light. So you allow your partners or suitors, you allow them to see you fully. But in your work relationships, you struggle with that, maybe because you're trying to get their approval, or you just want things to go along peacefully, or you want to particularly belong to a certain community, a certain tribe, a certain group of people, a certain workplace, or receive certain benefits, and this makes you dim your light, this makes you idealize. But that is going to be very difficult for you as you move through August 2025. With this tower moment, you should be expecting coming in that is going to shake things up and is going to force you to make a choice to protect yourself by choosing to walk away from what is harmful. Because see, the choice is going to be presented to you this August 2025, but are you going to decide to walk away or are you going to stay? Now, in your personal relationships, there's also something about, for those of you that in your, for those of you that are not single, for those of you that have partners, try to pay a bit more attention to your partners. Yes, I know your work and career is going to be a bit like taking a lot of your attention, but do try to pay more attention to your partners, especially with there's something about them also experiencing a sort of spiritual expansion, spiritual enlightenment, spiritual awakening that you both can actually walk through together in the month of August 2025. So this is a good time to deepen your intimacy within spiritual bonds and spiritual bounds. Okay. Now for the single ones, lastly, yes, you might have some options being presented to you in August 2025, but I see you being very not really like there's this energy of your standards are also going to get elevated. So previously, maybe what you would have settled for this August 2025, you are not going to be settling your love desires, you're not going to be settling for less. You're going to be demanding more and more and more and more. Like just showing up as yourself, shining your beautiful bright light. And that's just going to keep on expanding your desires in a very beautiful way and make you want to keep asking more from the universe. Now let's see your career and purpose. Yeah, frustration. So that energy of you having managed things, you managing people's emotions, you managing people's expectations of you, you managing what people say about you, you managing what people want from you, how people want you to behave. You're just tired of this whole shit. You're tired of it. You're tired of asking for what you want. You're tired of complaining. You're tired of managing. You're just tired, and that is going to make you feel very, very frustrated. Be very careful. Be very careful of arguments getting out of hand, conversations getting louder, slamming doors. Also, be careful because I'm picking up a lot of active energy around you. So, also be careful when you're using the fire, open fires, and handling hot substances, especially like hot liquids or things with steam. Just be careful to prevent any sort of personal accident or injury. But your career is going to be a bit of a frustration, especially at the beginning when you are still vacillating between this choice of, oh, should you walk away or should you just stay? Should you continue to manage? Should you just stay? And the funny thing is, you walking away is simply going to take you into opportunities where you are regarded with more authority, where you are seen as an expert. That is what is on the flip side of you walking away from all that no longer serves you and all that is no longer in alignment with you. So instead of being frustrated, are you going to allow yourself to move forward to where you can receive growth, where you can receive support, where you can place your demands, where you can ask for what you want, where you can state exactly what you want in the employment contract, where you can say the particular amount, what you want to work for, the timing you want to work for, you can state everything exactly as you want. That is what is on the flip side of all of this dramatic destruction, falling apart, release process and purging that is happening. Okay, so you connect your life purpose through your involvement with books. Everything you experience has made you strong and courageous. There's a book you're supposed to be reading now that's also going to be beneficial for you as you're moving forward. For some of you, you need to be studying for an exam or preparing for a test or something of the sort. You've also become more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. But there's a book for some of you, you're going to be speaking to this mentor who then refers you to a book or they mention a certain book that then gives you the information and gives you the courage to finally power through and make this decision. It's not like you don't want to make this decision, but there's just also a bit of fear that is inhibiting you at this time and keeping you wanting to keep you small, wanting to keep you very much, managing things. But you're not yet to manage a king. You've been walking around butt naked because they told you, because somebody was telling you, like, oh, but your ass is in the air. They're telling you, oh, shake the ass. It's okay, this video is going in a different direction. I'm focused. Okay, but there's a book you need to be reading now. For some of you, this is a book around emotional intelligence, but I'm also picking a lot of technical aptitude, technical skills. Almost like maybe you need to brush up or read something to get certified or graduated. But there's just something about a book you should be reading, a book that's been written by experts in your field that's going to also, especially pay attention to when you meet this mentor person. Let's get some clarity on this person because I like giving you all the details to help you pre- fully prepare for your month ahead. When you meet this person, the conversation you might have with them might be a bit course at first. This person might also come from a spiritual angle, so it's not exactly what you're expecting because maybe you're expecting to meet with a career mentor, and then the person you meet is a spiritual mentor who starts talking about spirituality. Oops, that's interesting. The cards just glued together and split up. And it's then Pluto and Virgo. Who else would be affected? Other than Pluto transforming Virgo's body, Virgo's perfection. Anyways, you might have Virgo significance in your chart. Might have Virgo significance in your chart or Scorpio significance in your chart. Okay. You're someone who is also not very open to change. You're a bit resistant to change. You're a bit stuck in your ways. It's difficult for you to change your ways. But you have the strength to change. It's not like you don't have the strength, but you don't exactly like changes because you don't like the risk that comes with change because you cannot prepare for everything. Yes, I've made have Virgo placements. Strong Virgo placement with Scorpio. Okay. All right. So at this time, you're also becoming more sensitive and you need to make changes as appropriate so that the changes required at this time are changes that embrace, appreciate, honor your sensitivity, changes that acknowledge how sensitive you are. And how do you really listen to this? By listening to your intuition and then making decisions based on your intuition. That's how you continue to build your sensitivity to your intuition and to the truth of your soul. Okay. All right, darling. So let's finish up with something for you for the new moon. For the new moon and the full moon, for the full moon in Aquarius especially, what can you expect for the full moon in Aquarius? Thank you. Alright, at the time of the full moon in Aquarius, you're going to be required, you might be feeling hungry, more hungry than usual. You're going to be required to regulate yourself, regulate your desires, regulate your whims, regulate your tempers also. Things are going to be a bit heightened because it's the full moon. Everyone is on higher alert and it's in Aquarius. So people might tend to speak without watching what they're saying. So also be conscious of that in your communication. As I told you initially, be very wary of the verbal arguments now blowing out of proportion or becoming a shouting match and just getting escalated further beyond what you can control. Yes, you have to leave these persons. Yes, you have to leave these communities, but you don't have to leave after wrecking everything. If you can still walk away with your head held high in your dignity as the king of wands, as the king of power. This is pure power. This is raw freaking as pure power. So allow yourself to walk away. Don't allow yourself to be pushed to the point of being irrational or doing some rash things. Okay, take the lead with your life, the moon's wisdom. Again, take that risk. Take that risk so that you're not just stuck with frustration and regret and wondering like, oh, why? Just you need to take that risk. You have to allow yourself to take this journey, to make this change, to take the lead, to take over ownership of your life. That's also the self-regulation. You have to take care of yourself, take care of your comfort, take care of your happiness, take care of your truth, take care of your body. Just when you take care of your body, the food you eat, your home, it's time for you to take care and nurture your soul. Take care of yourself. Okay, take care of yourself. And let's see a final message for you from this Lionsgate portal. Again, baby, take a risk. You can manifest your every wish. Make your wish upon the star. So at the Lionsgate portal, it make sure that you get clear on what it is you want to manifest into your life. Get clear on your intention. Get clear on this beautiful new life that you know you are worthy of, that you've been praying for, that you've been asking for, that you've been wanting. This new community, this new way of being seen, this new way of being supported, this new way of being felt, of being loved, of being seen, of being listened to, of being asked, of being, there's also something about you've not really had the opportunity to share your opinion where it matters. Like maybe your current workplace, maybe they tend to snub you because they'll be like, oh, you don't know it, you couldn't possibly know it. And you freaking know that thing, but they look down on you, and you are not someone who should be looked down upon. Sagittarius is also significant for you. You're not someone who's supposed to be looked down upon. Alright, love. So if you choose like one, if this reading resonated with you, I'm sure it does because if not, you wouldn't have picked it. It's your message. Let me know. Leave a comment below. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, it's on beesbotanica.com. The link is also in the description. I'll hold space for you for the perfect, most aligned time. All right, darling. So make sure you read that book. Be strong. Not everything you've experienced has made you strong and courageous. You are more sensitive. And you need to make these changes. You know, these changes, they are not deceitful. You know the truth. You know what your higher self is telling you. You know what your soul is telling you. Allow yourself to take the lead of your life. Allow yourself to take the lead in your career, what you want to experience in your career. And your career is not just the title. Now you understand that your time is limited. Now you understand that time is limited. So how do you want to use your life? How do you want to use your time? What impact do you want to have going forward? What influence? No longer dimming your light, no longer dimming your truth, no longer dimming your expertise, no longer dimming your talents, no longer dimming what you know. It's time for you to take the lead. It's time for you to move into this place of authority. It's time for you to move into this place of expertise that has been prepared for you. The only thing is that you've been struggling to live where you are, and where you are is not where you are going to be an expert. No, fuck, no, says spirit. All right, love. If you choose the coin, that's your message for August 2025. I love you. Have a beautiful month ahead. All right, darling. Welcome to your August 2025 picky card reading. If you choose this deck 2, here's what you need to know for the month of August 2025. Let's start off with what you're stepping into in the month of August. Ooh, such a strong start at the beginning of the month. All right, so this month of August 2025 finds you stepping into the place of using your voice for others, using your voice for the truth, using your voice to basically start a revolution, speaking out for what you want, speaking out for what you deserve and desire, speaking out for what you believe and know is the right thing for yourself, for your community, for the groups you're in. August 2025 casts you in an instigator role, sort of, where you are able to. It's like you also have to look at the fact that people look up to you to decide on their actions. People look up to you to decide on maybe to make things bigger or quieter. And that's something you have to recognize in August 2025, that a lot of people look up to you for your leadership abilities. And you're not very conscious of it. You don't actually know. You're someone who can rouse a crowd. You can gather people together. You can get a group of people working together to achieve a common goal. And that is going to be very important for you in August 2025. Being aware of that gift of yours, being aware of that identity, and allowing yourself to express the truth of your calling, to express the truth of who you are, to express the truth, the burning truth, the burning truth, the burning desires in your heart that you know. This is no longer about you pretending to not know. This is you knowing what is wrong and deciding to speak up for what is right. Speaking up for the truth, speaking up against bullies, speaking up against menaces, speaking up against wicked people, speaking up against wicked practices, speaking up against wicked expectations. There's just something about you taking up this role of not exactly the matter. You're not being asked to sacrifice yourself, but when you make your stance known on certain issues, you don't know how many people are waiting to rely on your strength. So when you make your stance known, when you make your opinion known on certain ideas, it makes it easy for the people who truly see you, for your tribe, for people who truly understand you to come around you, because then your voice becomes the identity they gather around. Okay, so let's see. What are you releasing in 2025 August? Yeah, this almost came out before it's back. Okay, so this 2025, yeah, this August, yeah, someone who is used to, you don't like putting yourself out there. You don't like being the center of attention. You don't like being the center of the crowd. You don't like having the loudspeaker. You don't like when all eyes on you. You don't like when all attention is on you. Not because you're a bad person, but you just don't like that extra unnecessary pressure of stepping into the role of leadership, extra unnecessary pressure of people waiting and looking up to you as an authority figure, extra pressure of making decisions for people. Those are things you try to run away from, but no more. This August 2025 literally pushes you into the limelight, even in the ways you're not expecting. Okay, There's also something about maybe you've been in the Emirates mode for a while, you've been in darkness for a while, you've been basically not hiding yourself, but exactly not also putting yourself out there. Unfortunately, you can no longer run away from your identity, you can no longer run away from your truths, you can no longer run away from the leadership opportunity that is being presented to you. And I'm saying especially this is like leadership of a group, of a cause, of a mentality, of a faction. This is not just leadership of a group, maybe a team in your company. No, this feels a lot around community, around people gathered around a cause, not just people gathered for profit, but people gathered for a cause, an activity, a movement. That is what, and this is real. This will feel very unusual for you because, as I said, you're someone who would rather just be by yourself, do your thing. Yes, you still be the yes, you still speak up for the truth. Yes, you still speak up for the voiceless. Yes, you still speak up for the causes which are precious to you. But you often tend to do those from a backstage, by donations, not really putting your voice or your face out there. That's going to be changing in August 2025. Alright, let's see what's coming in terms of your love and creative desires. Now, in terms of love, you should expect to. There's something about you guys. You are dealing, dallying in unholy alliances. There's a lover in your life, and there's a love situation you're supposed to be moving away from. That is no longer in alignment with you. This is a love situation. This is a love type, a love relationship that you've outgrown, that is not beneficial for you, that is not healthy for you. This love relationship, this person, they are toxic towards you, and you need to allow yourself to leave this situation instead of thinking that, oh, could anything else still come from it? No, nothing beneficial is going to come from it. Again, you got the hermit and you got six of wands. Okay, six of wands meaning that there's a celebration. So for some of you, you might be finding it difficult to leave this person, to walk away from them, because you don't know if you ever find someone out there who gets you, who understands you, who sees you. But the truth is, this person you're with currently, yes, they see you, they understand you, but they don't actually appreciate or value you, or are able to appreciate or value you the way you truly deserve. The way you truly deserve. So there's no point also in trying to manage situations with this person, in trying to manage the relationship, in trying to manage what they have to offer you. That would have been feasible. You could have compromised your needs, you could have continued to compromise your needs, you could have continued to compromise your desires if you were still this person who was in the hermit position, if you were still this person who was in the background, if you were still this person who refuses to stand in the full light of their identity. But you are no longer this person. This August 2025 finds you moving away from the hermit mode and moving into the place of outright leadership, leadership in community, leadership in your neighborhood, leadership in your religious organization, leadership centered around people who truly see you, that you cannot hide anymore. So this relationship, there's something hidden about this relationship that makes it a bit discomforting. This being in this relationship with this person who is toxic for you directly contradicts you standing in your light. And that's also why you need to release this person and this way of being in relationship, because it makes you not truly see yourself. It makes you want to lie to your light away. This type of relationships, this type of relationship partner patterns make you want to, it doesn't allow you to be free, it doesn't allow you to honor all of yourself, it doesn't allow you to honor all of your light, it doesn't allow you to shine all of your light, it doesn't allow you to be yourself. And that is why it's important for you to leave this relationship, and that's why this relationship pattern and type and persons, these entanglements, they are no more for you. You've outgrown them. This August 2025, allow yourself to close this chapter and walk away. Yes, it might feel like you're still lonely, which is something you guys may want to avoid. You're someone who basically you don't like that feeling of being alone, but you're actually alone. You don't like the feeling of being alone, so you tend to choose partners who don't make you feel like that. But the truth is, those partners actually worsen your position because you end up being more alone, and you're not someone who is supposed to be alone. It's like the sun trying to hide in someone's house. It's not possible. You're supposed to be out there, letting the world see you, letting the world appreciate you, letting the world hear your voice. Because you're a leader, you're supposed to lead these people. But these people cannot find you when all you do is just being very quiet, like a mouse, quaking, not wanting to ruffle any waves, not wanting to ruffle any feathers. Also, because of this uncomfortable love situation you're in, allowing yourself to cast it away is going to free you up all of the burden and allow you to move forward into persons, meeting the kind of persons who will truly celebrate you, kind of persons who will truly see you, the kind of persons who will truly honor you. This is Six of Wands. This is moving forward into celebration. This is moving forward into festivity. This is moving forward into acceptance. This is collegiate, a collegiate warm feeling. Leaving this relationship takes you away from being alone to being seen, to being loved, to being supported, to being nourished, to being upheld, to being spoken to in a way that fills your spirit, to being seen and loved and encouraged by the right people and the right persons. Persons that truly love you for who you are, persons that truly see you for who you are, persons that truly appreciate your light, not the ones that make you want to continue to hide away, dim your light, not hold on to your truth, not want to shine your light because they are afraid of being repressed, ashamed. There's this energy of you hiding away because of this relationship and how you feel it will affect your life. So you're trying to manage the situation, whereas what you should do is actually cut it off, cut yourself away, and move away from this relationship. Okay, that's happening for you in August 2025. Now let's see what's happening with your creative desires. All right, again, so angels are inevitable. There's a synchronicity between this relationship you are in and how it has impeded your creative ideas, your creativity flourishing, the work you do, because it's all stems you cannot be who you are, you cannot be the most passionate, most vibrant, most creative version of yourself when you are not in a relationship where you can be by yourself, when you can be all of yourself, when you can be yourself fully, because you're not in a relationship that accepts you fully, that sees you fully. It's impossible for you to bring all of your talent, all of your creativity to life. It's impossible for you to express all that you're capable of. And that is what this relationship steals from you. It steals from you your ability to express yourself. It steals from you the opportunities, the sweet opportunities that have been prepared for you. It steals from you the basically the life you want for yourself. So you have to be ready to say goodbye. You guys, you're also, for some of you, are also being guided this August 2025. Just find you walking away from persons and people who do not truly see you, persons and people who truly have no love for you, whose love is conditional, whose love comes with constraints, whose love makes you feel unsatisfied, unfulfilled, the love that makes you feel like there's something lacking, the love that makes you feel like you're not enough, the love that makes you feel like you have to betray yourself, you have to betray your needs, you have to settle for crumbs, you have to settle for less, you have to settle for something shady, you have to settle for something unsatisfying. All the love, and not just intimate relationship, also even in friendship, all the ways you've been settling is going to be brought up to your notice in this August 2025, because you are needing to move past all of them, close those chapters, and walk your way into the life, into your full identity as the leader of the tribe, as the influencer, as the one who whips up the crowd. Not that you're trying to get them up to act in a frenzied manner, but because they trust your leadership, they trust your decisions, they trust your opinions, they trust your perspective, they trust your choices. People want to listen to what you have to say, but you stop yourself from saying what you need to say because of these relationships that continue to tamper with your self valuation, your self worth, the way you see yourself, and even understanding your own self identity and expressing yourself fully. Okay. All right. So again, so there's this thing of you guys in your work relationship. Let's go deeper into your career, because I'm also saying here you might be needing to change careers in August 2025, or you'll be walking away from old workplaces that do not support you, old workplaces that shut you down, because you gotta let them go. Don't take anyone's approval, surround yourself with love. So there's this energy of August 2025 basically reinstating you to where you need to go, taking you out of situations you've outgrown, taking you out of situations that mess you up, taking you out of situations that do not acknowledge what you bring to that situation, that do not acknowledge your contribution, that do not acknowledge your unique contributions. You're being taken out of those, and then you're being taken to the place where you can see Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is assured, she's generous, she's a self made queen. This is not a queen that borrows or begs for attention. This is not a queen that begs for crumbs. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is not a queen that begs for attention. This is not a queen that begs for crumbs. This is not a queen that settles for less than she deserves. This is not a queen that negotiates her worth. This is not a queen that negotiates her worth with anybody or anything. This is a queen that knows her value, that knows her place, and places the right value on what she has to offer. She places the right value on her time. She places the right value on her voice. She places the right value on her presence. She places the right value on her identity. So that irrespective of the relationship she's in, she's able to operate from a place of high self value and high self-worth, and that then flows into and spills into what she decides to shop for, what she decides to lend attention to, what she decides to give voice to. So this month of August 2025 is really going to help you to walk away from relationships and situations. See, three of swords at the bottom of the deck. Situations have been a bit of disappointment, heartbreak, where you keep on giving and giving and giving and giving and giving without receiving anything worthy back for your contributions and for your investment of time, your emotional investment as well as even your time investment, your talent investment, your resource, because even your time is a resource, your talents are resources, your voice is a resource, the skills you have, they are resources. So this August 2025 helps you is plans this August 20, this August 2025. The plan is to get you to become wiser with your assets and how you use your assets and how you invest your assets. So how you invest your time, how you invest your emotions, how you invest your voice, how you invest your present. Basically, for some of you, you're also being guided to write. There's a book that is being written inside of you that you need to write. You have to make the time to write it, and you're being given the time. It's like being freed up from old workplaces, being freed up from unhealthy relationships that drain you, both in your romantic relationship and career relationships. Being freed up is going to give you the time to be able to make room and make space for the creative ideas you have within you. For some of you, you have books within you waiting to be written. You guys, you also understand animals as well. You might be wanting to write a book around animals, or using animals as the central character, or using animals as one of the main thematic points of your book. Okay, you also conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Cooking is going to be very healing. Spending time cooking your own food. It doesn't have to be much. Even making your own tea. It's all about the intentions and the energy you put into what you consume. That's going to be very important for you in August 2025. There's also something about in this August 2025, if you have the opportunity or if you're invited to go out, go. There's something about you meeting people who are like-minded, especially when you decide and determine to walk away from these harmful relationships. Once you walk away from this harmful relationship, you'll be given the invitation to come to a party or a dinner, a gathering, where you're going to meet other people who actually buy into your idea, who understand kind of things, who see things from your own perspective as well. I see this speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. What have I been telling you about people wanting to buy into your voice, listening to your words of influence, being influenced by your choices, by your decisions, by your voice, by your authenticity? Your presence, what you decide to speak for, what you decide to speak up for, what you decide to speak against is going to be very important in August 2025. You're a speaker, your life purpose involve your skills of oration. And then this relationship, what it does, it makes you, this relationship just makes you want to stay small. That's the thing. That's why it's unhealthy for you. Not that the person is necessarily a bad person, but the person right now is very toxic for your growth. They are very toxic to your growth. They are not going to allow you to grow. They don't allow you to share your voice. There's something about you not wanting to speak up because of the conditions surrounding this relationship. Okay, and then you're safe and supported while you change your career. Again, there's that energy of you guys, your careers and your workplaces in August 2025. You might be experiencing like job switch, career switch, or new job role in your workplace that is going to give you the opportunity. Especially, this is going for saying the tougher, the more out of tune your workplace has been, the more unsupportive, the more unsupportive your workplace has been, the more stagnating, the evil. I'm going to use evil, couch, softly couched word evil. But the more your workplace has been a place of stress, a place of distaste, a place where you've not really been seen, a place where you've not really had the support, the more it's been that way, the higher the chances of you leaving that workplace in this August 2025. Because what's happening is your cycle is turning. Right now, at this point in your life, you are supposed to be getting to the place of using your voice for truth, using your voice for truth, using your voice for the world, using your voice for the voiceless, using your voice for those that cannot speak up. Your voice is very powerful. So you are no longer allowed, you are no longer permitted to whisper. You are no longer allowed, you are no longer permitted to hide away. You are no longer allowed, you are no longer permitted to dilute your truths. Especially watch, this is not even just for some of you may be thinking like, oh, your presence, maybe you feel like your presence is not so powerful. Don't worry about it. Your words, there's something about the words that come from your throat. You don't understand how powerful you are. There's something about the way you put your words together, the way you speak, that people stop to listen. Even right now, even with all this impediment and the distraction of this false relationship, this toxic karmic relationship, even with the distractions and the stress of your workplace where they don't support you, where they don't see you, where they don't offer you sweetness, where they don't encourage your voice, where they don't appreciate your voice, where they don't appreciate your contribution, even despite all of this stress and dampening effect, your voice still carries weight because you know whenever you stop to talk, whenever you talk, people stop to listen to you, irrespective of where it is, and that is your confirmation. Irrespective of where it is, and that is your confirmation. That is your confirmation. Let's see. Is there any part of your zodiac chart that's going to help you? Okay, so I want you to go look at your birth chart and your secondary progression chart. Wherever you have Mars, it's going to give you the power and the strength, and it's going to help you call on the power, the skills, the courage, the bravery, and the strength to walk away from all the relationships that are no more in alignment with you, from old workplaces that hold you back from your truths, that don't see you, that don't acknowledge your truth, that don't respect your voice. Look into your birth chart. Mars is going to be very supportive for you. The planet of Mars is here in August 2025 to learn you its energies, and that makes sense because August 2025 is the sun is in Leo and later moves to Virgo. So you have the Mars energy, the Martian, raw, primal, strong, courageous, bold. Mars is the energy for action, it's the energy to get things done, it's the energy to get started, it's the energy to go out and do. This is you no longer waiting for things to be done for you. Now you have to take up courage, you have to take up that candle spirit and initiate this new life you want. This is also going to be very useful. You guys be preparing for an outdoor protest that would be, even if you technically walk away, But this time around, it will be difficult for you to walk away without you lending your voice to the chorus. And then you realize that when you speak, your voice is not necessarily the loudest, but it will have the most impact. You are going to feel also be very careful of shouting matches in this August 2025 because Mars is very heavy around you. Mars is very prominent around you this month. Make sure you channel the energy wisely. Okay, make sure you channel the energy wisely so you are not misusing it for fights, for arguments. Rather, channel it productively. Productive channeling of your Martian energy. Okay, all right, let's see. What can you expect under the full moon in Aquarius? So, this August 2025 is bringing you the gift of visibility. Okay, so this full moon in Aquarius is going to help you and give you the power to actually transform and transmute the past. Transform and leave behind the things from the past, the shadows from the past that you keep on holding them to as excuses to keep on making yourself play small. You are no longer permitted to play small. You are no longer permitted to deny yourself of your truth. You are no longer permitted to want to stay in the past. You're no longer permitted to want to stay in darkness. This is paying the sun back into your sky. You're no longer permitted to continue to tell yourself those stories that make you continue to choose toxic, karmic partners in intimate relationships. You're no longer permitted to stay in work situations where all that is done is criticism, judging you, not supporting you, fighting you, making you want to argue every day, making you feel like your contributions are worthless. You are no longer permitted to stay in this relationship. So the full moon in Aquarius coming up in August 2025 is going to really, really you see you positioned between your old life and the new life that is opening up for you. The past and the new life. The past and your present life. Because the choices you make right now in your present life, when you're seeing this, you've been making choices based on your past experiences, based on your past expectations, based on what you've received and accepted as the bare minimum in the past. Now it's time for you to transform and transmute that. You guys will be seeing snakes, especially like snakes in the process of shedding their skin, because that is where you are energetically. That is where you are in the cycle of your life energetically. You're in place of transforming, transmuting, shedding your skin so that you're no longer held back by the decisions of your past. You allow yourself to move forward beyond the past into the present so that the new decisions you make for your future they are from this true present moment, the true present moment where you acknowledge yourself as the queen of pentacles, as the one who is self-assured, as the self-made one, as the one who knows her worth, as the one who knows what she brings to the relationship, any relationship, be it intimate relationship, be it work relationship. All right, let's see what spirit animals will be working between August and 25. Okay, got Ladybird, Lurk. All of your manifesting positive thoughts and visualizations have been heard. You've been praying for this new life. You've been trying to manifest this new life. You've been calling this new life into your life. Now it's time for you to take the final decision, to take the final action. And the final action is very simple. It's as simple as you saying, okay, enough. I don't want this type of relationship anymore. Enough. I don't want to be in this workplace where I'm poorly treated anymore. Enough. That is what you need to do with this plenty energy of Mars, this hot, passionate energy of Mars that is available to you in the month of July 2020. Sorry, month of August 2025. Okay, I want you to also dedicate some time for those of you that have been giving book ideas. Make sure you work on this. It's going to be very useful for the new future that is opening up for you. Make sure you involve, do the research for the animals if you need to. But you guys, you are naturally close to animals, you're animal communicators. If you also feel stressed, consider opening up your energy to your spirit animal to also encourage you. I'm saying like a jaguar, and a leopard walking in sauntering and knowing their power, containing their ferociousness with this Mars energy. Know your power, own your power, and direct your power in, put your power out there in a direct, controlled fashion. All right, let's round up peace. A vibrational message for you. Let's have and raise your vibration. Ooh, trust. I trust in my gift. That's all. Let your trust in your gift of speaking, your life purpose involves your skills of oration. You guys, you conduct healing work through the words you say. Trust in your gifts. At all the times you are going to cut off the past. Every time you are scared of, oh, what's going to happen to you, will you be fine? Just trust in your gifts. You guys, there's nothing for you to be worried about in terms of finances. Like, this is the Queen of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? Not even the Page of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. So trust in your gifts. You guys will be seeing stars a lot, like drawn stars in month of August 2025. So trust in your gifts. Let your trust in your gift, let it be solid enough. Let it be stabilizing enough. And remember that you're safe and supported while you change your career. You're safe and supported while you make these new choices, while you decide to use your voice, while you decide to step into the biggest manifestation of your life. You guys, August 2025 feels like you're changing your life around, but trust me, what is on the other side of all these changes is the most beautiful, the freest, the most loving, version of yourself that fully accepts all of who you are. No more hiding away. You are no longer permitted to hide away. Your gifts are too beautiful to be hidden away. Your voice is too beautiful to not be heard. This is time for you to share your voice and share loudly. All right, darling. So if you chose deck two for your August 2025, pick a card. Month ahead reading. That's what you need to know for the month of August 2025. If this really resonated with you, you guys will be seeing ladybirds. Don't forget, and there's a lot of luck for you. Make sure you tap into this luck and use your luck, baby. Nobody else is going to use it for you. You have to use your thing yourself. All right, darling. If this reading resonated with you, leave a comment. Let me know. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description. I love you. See you. If you choose this deck, here's what you need to know for the month of August 2025. So let's start off with, what are you stepping into the month of August 2025? What new identities are opening up for you? Are you being guided to express yourself? And what are you doing on the part of light? Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a new contract. There's a new contract, baby. Oh, nice. Nice. Alright, darling. Okay, so your first four cards out of the deck. So there's a new contract that you're being guided to make. And what I'm picking up is these energies from even yourself. Okay, so you've got the Ace of Cups, you got the Ace of Cups, the Six of Coins, the Four of Coins, and then the Buddha card. Okay, so this month of August 2025 finds you stepping into the place of having a newfound respect for yourself, respect for what you do, respect for your time. It's just almost like loving and valuing yourself in a different way where you want to rest more. There's this energy of what you've been doing previously leading up to August 25 is you're someone who struggles to rest. You're someone who struggles to walk away when there's still work to be done, even when you're tired, even when you're exhausted, even when you don't have anything else to give. You find it very difficult to walk away from people when they need you. You find it very difficult to take a break. You find it very difficult to relax because you just feel like there are things you need to do. There are other people who have it worse, who have other people out there who have it worse than you. There are other people who you can help. You're just this person who you struggle a lot to rest and relax. And that's going to be changing in August 2025. This August 2025 finds you identifying the part of yourself that honors the need to rest, that understands that your need to rest is sacred. It doesn't diminish from the work you're doing, because the work you're doing, you've not yet completed it, you've not yet gotten to the end point. So the journey is still ahead of you. So it's imperative that you learn how to use your time wisely. Using your time wisely means you play hard, you work hard, you rest hard. You give your time to others, but you give more, double the time you give to others, you pour it back into yourself. That is what this August 25 is here to teach you. It's going to force you, and then for those of you who are very stubborn, you are going to be forced to sit out because things will suddenly not move forward as you thought it would. There'll be some delays, there'll be some challenges, but these delays and challenges, they're actually false. The only reason why they're occurring is because you are being made to understand the value of rest. You're being made to understand the value of relaxation. You're being made to understand the value of stepping back, for letting things come to you, for letting things happen. We are giving being made to also, there's also something about, because you tend to want to save everybody, you tend to want to be with everybody, you tend to want to help everybody, you tend to want to give to everybody, you tend to want to advise everybody, you tend to just, even if you've not slept for 2 days and you finally got 30 minutes to nap, if someone comes to you in that 30 minutes like, oh, can I, you don't mind spending another 25 minutes talking to them and only have 5 minutes being left for you to rest. That is not possible. That is not more, that's not more feasible for you. That's more acceptable for you in this month of August 2025. So this month finds you rewriting your contract with yourself, rewriting your promise to yourself, rewriting your 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 relationship also with work and relaxation, knowing that because there's a lot for you to do, there's still a lot for you to get done. It wouldn't make sense just going. You have to learn to stop, take breaks appropriately. I'm hearing it's a marathon. Okay, it's longer. So you have to learn to take breaks accordingly. If you don't, this August 2025 is going to be filled with challenges, it's going to be filled with obstructions. So when this obstruction and challenges come up in August 2025, don't, first of all, don't let your first thoughts be, oh, let me look externally for the problem. No, the problem is because you're not resting as much as you need to. You're not giving yourself time as much as you need to. You're not pulling your energy to yourself as much as you need to. You're not being selfish with your time, with your energy, with your presence, with your creativity, with your ideas as much as you need to. And that is why blocks and and delays and challenges will be introduced into your plan for August 2025, because you need to take a time to step back, to point to yourself, to love yourself, to rest. Rest is your watchword for August 2025. Rest is very crucial to you. Now, listen. So there's a plan you've been working on. There's something you've been building. As I said, this energy of the Six of Coins, there's something you've been working on. There's a project, there's an idea you've been trying to build out. You've not been working on this, but then even despite the fact that you are not working alone, you're working with someone else, you still carry a lot of the weight. And that is something you need to be careful of. You need to learn to offload the weight. You need to learn to share the burden. You need to learn to share the, yeah, someone who you don't mind sharing the profits, but you find it difficult to share the risk. You find it difficult to share the responsibility. You find it difficult to share the obligations with others. You don't mind shouldering everything, then they sharing the profit with you. No, that is going to be tweaked in the month of August 2025. There's also this project you're working towards that you've been working on for a while, but you're being guided to re strategize and review your approach, re-strategize and review your approach on how you want to get this project done based on what you've experienced so far. What do you think you need to change in your approach and your perspective? There's something about your outlook planning that you need to reconsider. Yes, it was viable when you first made the decision, but now things have changed, and also with the requirements that you build in more work. So if you take it that okay, you're supposed to be doing less to receive more, How is it going to affect your plan? Because that's the plan. This August 2025, you are being made to do less so that you can receive more, because you are someone who used to think a lot, who believe strongly in the hustle culture, that you have to do to be able to receive. But that is changing. You got the world card again, nine of swords, that exhaustion. You cannot eat an elephant. You cannot eat an elephant all by yourself. Let's start with that. You cannot climb Mount Everest all by yourself. You cannot take over the world all by yourself, but you don't mind trying. You've been trying and you don't mind killing yourself over it. You guys, you are exhausted, you're tired, you struggle to take breaks. Why? It's not until you break down, until you become very sick. So your spirit guides don't want you to become mentally sick or mentally or physically exhausted. So what they are going to do is they are going to throw up blocks into your reality that stops you, that forcibly stop you from moving forward with your plans and your ideas, so that you can rest, so that you can lean on support, so that you can call in support, so that you can learn to call on support, because that's very important for where you're going to. Your new plan is also something about, there's this plan, the way you're being guided to change up your perspective. Think global. How can what you are doing affect more of a bigger audience? How can it affect a bigger addressable market, instead of what you had previously restricted yourself to, without you tripling your responsibilities to carry it out, or without you shouldering all the pressure or the obligation to get it done? How can you get it done? Through other people, not you doing the work of 10 people. No. How can you get other people to do the work to ensure that this your idea targets a global or bigger audience? That is the question you need to answer in August 2025. Without you overdoing, overkilling yourself, exhausting yourself, getting tired. So that is what you need to think about. That is what you need to release. That is what you need to change. You also need to release the idea that you need to work hard. That is about physical hard work. No, hard work is good. Hard work has its place. But hard work, physical, strenuous hard work, where you are always grinding, is not going to bring you the results you want. It's not going to bring in the desires you want. It's only going to make you sick, make you unhealthy, and make you unable to enjoy this result of this when this project is completed. You don't want to be too sick to enjoy it. So no. So your spirit guides are making sure you're building time to rest and recuperate as needed throughout the month of August 2025. All right, let's go into your creative and love relationships. What can you expect in your love relationship in August 2025? So that new contract is also happening. For some of you, you might be meeting a new person. This is someone who helps you understand things in a clearer way, in a deeper way. They can like bring you insight and clarity, which is going to be very much appreciated. For some of you, maybe you just meet this person in a work environment, and then you realize that, oh, we this person is able to shed light on issues from you. The way this person explains things, or because of their experiences, they are able to give you and share from. They're able to give you wise advice, inspirational tips. This is not just regular, random, off the cuff suggestions. This is advice, clarity, guidance, tested and trusted because it has worked for them. So they are also able to use it. This is someone who is going to, this person is going to be so inspirational. They are also going to start making you think of new ways in your work, in your career, in your profession, in your business. They're going to get you started thinking about things in a new way, from a new, basically trying to evaluate if a new strategy will be feasible, which is going to be feasible, which is also what you are going to be considering in the month of August 2025. But you have this new contract, you have a new person coming into your life. This person is someone who is wiser than you. Not that you're no wise, but this person has, there's something about, they have more experience and they have more insight into what you need to know and what you need to know about at this time. So make sure you ask them. And when you ask them, once you are able to build that cordial relationship, you'll find that you can also talk about intimate relationships, intimacy in this relationship. There's room for that, actually. Even though there may be some sort of age difference between you and this person, maybe they are older than you or you're older than them, don't allow that stop you from sharing what you feel when something arises. But then this person is not going to be able to merge with the version of you that is killing themselves. That's going to be one of the conditions to be in a relationship with this new person coming into your life. This is someone that cannot go with this version of you that loves to kill themselves for other people. No, for you to be with this person, because this person is also balanced in their energy, they are balanced in their approach, they are balanced in their life, they are balanced in their relations. You also have to learn how to bring in that balance into your life. That is also what this relationship is here to teach you in August 2025. And let's take a look at your creative desires. What's happening in terms, oops, what's happening in terms of your creative desires? So let's look at Face of Cards. Again, seeing that divine timing for this relationship. Now, this, and then the energy of change, Six of Cups, and then fucking yourself over, keeping yourself captive. Your creative desires, there's something about you been limiting the size and scope of what you can do, of what is feasible, of what is possible because of the work commitment that is required from you to execute and bring this creative vision to life. So because of what you know you are only capable of, because of how much you know you can do on the job, you've restricted the growth of this creative, the creative possibility, the creative potential, the creative expansion. That's also where that change is coming from, of you needing to think bigger, think wider, think of people all around the world using your creative products, using contacting your business, wanting to work with you, but you've capped out, you've maxed out, you've capped this desire because you feel like you have to, it will require you to do a lot more hard work, and you don't even have enough time to do all what is already on your table. So you feel like you're just going to be overburdened. Now, the reason why you're feeling like that is because you often tend to carry all the weight of the work on yourself. You don't usually lean on support. You don't know how to call in support. You don't know how to ask others for help. That is changing. There's a new opportunity that is opening up for you in a new location, different from where you are, that is going to require you to also, so that's the changes I'm picking up. So the change in your relationship, in your personal relationship status, and in your work, all both of them are simultaneously affected by your ability to learn how to rest, by your ability to learn how to walk away from work. So this is being deliberate and intentional about rest and relaxation and recuperation. If you are able to do this, you are going to be able to easily shed off the emotional baggages you think you should still hold on to, but you've outgrown. Carrying other people's burdens, trying to provide for other people without providing for yourself in the best way, sacrificing your own needs and desires to make other people happy. That version of you is not compatible to be in a relationship with this new person that's coming into your life. That version of you is also not compatible for the new ideas, and now you're being called to expand your business, expand your work, expand your job, expand your job executed deliverables. Okay, and this relationship is divinely planned. It has been divinely planned, it has been divinely orchestrated, and now things are finally aligned for it to take place. So are you going to allow yourself to? For some of you, you are going to meet this new person is in a different location, in a different place from where you are. But the first thing that needs to happen is for you to move through this period of separating your own emotional baggages from other people's emotional baggages. That is your first assignment in August 2025. Once you're able to do that, it frees up the energy for this person to enter your life and for you to spark off this new romantic adventure that is wanting to come out and play out in your life. Okay, what else can you expect in terms of your career for 2025 August? But there's abundance here. There's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of wish fulfillment. This is Five of Coins. A lot of answered prayers. A lot of wish fulfillment. A lot of things to be grateful for. But you have to allow yourself to live your old way of doing things. To live your old way of self-sacrifice, sacrificial tendencies, to leave your old ways of killing yourself for others, of being the one that does the work of other people, while other people skim off of your work, they skim off of your hard work, they take the profit, but they don't share the burden, the responsibility, the risk. You are no longer permitted to be that kind of person. This August 2025 is here to teach you that the less you work, the more you gain, the more you attract, because most of this extra work you're doing is actually not even for yourself, and that's the first thing you need to cut away. You keep on working for this other person's working to the point where you're so anxious, you can't sleep, you're worried, you're overthinking, you're having scary dreams, you're having nightmares, you wake up from bed, you wake up from sleep petrified, terrified of what's ahead of you, breaking out in sweat, in cold sweats, just anxious. Anxiety is not your regular operational state. It's not normal. Anxiety, you're not supposed to be anxious or frightened every day. You're not supposed to be having insomnia. You're not supposed to be finding it difficult to sleep. You're not supposed to be constantly stressed. You're not supposed to be burnt out. Those are illusions. Those are falsehoods you've been sold by people who want you to continue working for them while they cash in on all the work you do. But no longer, that is no longer your story from August 2025. That is changing, but you have to allow yourself to change. You have to allow yourself to leave this mind fuckery. You have to allow yourself to stop limiting yourself, to stop limiting your dreams, to stop limiting your ambitions, to stop limiting your desires, to stop limiting your goals, to stop limiting your wants because of the work you are afraid is going to be needed to bring it to life. What if I told you you won't need to work as hard as you've worked in the past to get more than what you've worked for in this new future? It is all about you changing your mindset and leaving behind your ways, your old ways of being self sacrificial in relationships. And this is not even just an intimate relationship. I'm picking up maybe even with your friends, your family, you're the one everybody runs to, which is good because you're dependable, but it's bad because then they just abandon all their emotional burdens on you, their financial burden is on you, their physical burden is on you. No more. Otherwise, it will keep delaying this divine relationship, this relationship that has been planned for you, because this relationship is divinely orchestrated. You guys have a soulmate. You're not supposed to be matched up with anybody. But this person cannot come into your life until you do away with all the extra baggages you're holding on to, until you do away, you lighten your burden. Then you give this person room to come into your life and your heart. Okay, let's see which gifts are coming to light at this time in August 2025. Which soul gifts are coming to light, are becoming visible for you in August 2025. Okay, so you got Earth Desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So there's nothing for you to be worried about. Just continue to hold on trust. Leave this energy of anxious fear, anxious repression, anxious thoughts, anxious paranoia. Leave all of those cynicism, leave it behind, and trust that your wishes are granted, your wishes fulfilled, your prayers answered, everything once provided. The angels are supporting and guiding you and protecting you as your dreams become reality. The universe is ready to give you the world, but before you can receive the world, you need to walk away from keeping yourself captive to other people's expectations of you, keeping yourself captive to what other people need from you, to the demands they've placed on you, and to the demands you've placed on yourself for other people, not for you. It is time to unfuck yourself. Literally unfuck yourself, because the prison is not locked. You are the one who imprisoned yourself. You are the one who has to open the door to walk out of your own self imprisonment. Nobody can do it for you. These persons who keep on coming to you for, oh, help me do this, help me do that, can you guide me, blah, blah, blah. They're always going to come. They're always going to come around you. They're always going to ask for things. They're always going to ask for help. They're always going to, it will never stop. But you have to be the one to build an healthier boundary, healthier separation between yourself and others. You are not doing a good job of that right now, and that is what is going to be corrected in August 2025. All right. Okay, so your angels are with you and guiding and supporting you and protecting you as your dreams become a reality in August 2025. So have no fear, have no worries. Everything you want is already provided for. Everything you want. Right now, if you choose to stop working, you'll be fine. That's the truth, you'll be fine. The only reason you are not going to be fine is because right now you're thinking that you have to be there, you have to be this for somebody who is not ready to be that for you. That is the problem. Alright, let's see. What can you expect for the Lionsgate portal and the full moon in Aquarius? What energies are opening up for you at this time? Thank you. Ooh, ring around the moon. Again, protection. There's a very heavy energy of protection around you, and they are bringing me back to tell you, remind you that when obstacles, challenges, disappointments, problems, obstructions, delay, even ordinary road traffic, traffic jams on the road, cancelled flights, delayed flights, the cleaning person taking too long to clean the floor so you miss your train, all of those are very deliberate. Your spirit guys are like, we are going to we are going to interfere with your day-to-day activities in August 2025 because you refuse to listen to us. So we are going to be moving around pieces in your physical reality that will force you to every day take more rest than you're used to, take more time to relax than you're used to, take more time to sleep than you're used to. You are heavily protected. Can you see the triple rings around the moon? This is ring around the moon. You're protected. Again, the angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting as your dreams become reality. So this is we, like your angels are like, there's nothing for you to worry about. There's nothing for you to be worried about. Just know that you're supported, you're guided, you're protected at all times. Oh my goodness, can you see? You got the white star, the spirit animal for August 2025. Again, protector. Are you still doubting how protected you are? You got white star protector. You're an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. You're meant to create blessings with your magic. You're not supposed to be having sleepless nights. You're not supposed to be stressed out. You're not supposed to be exhausted. You're not supposed to be paranoid. You're not supposed to be overthinking. You're not supposed to be stuck in this anxiety loop. You are an old soul. You're supposed to be creating blessings with your magic. Do you know how powerful is that? How powerful that is. That is where people come around you because you already create blessings for them with your magic. Now it's time for you to create blessings for you first. Then the extra magic you have is going to be for other people. That way you have a healthy sense of self, and that way you can continue to give to others. in a very balanced way. That is what August 2025 is coming to teach you, how to pour to others, how to pour into others, how to give to others from a balanced place. That is what August 2025 is coming in to teach you. All right, so you'll be seeing white stag in August 2025 as your spirit animal guide. And let's round up your message with an affirmation you can hold on to for August 2025 to help you stay grounded in this intention of knowing that you're protected, so that you don't forget that you're protected at all. Oh my goodness. Can you read that? My true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. Again, they're pulling me to the fact that there's a divinely planned relationship for you. What they're pulling me to this is a couple having sex. I don't know, that's just what I'm saying with this. And they're reminding me to tell you, like, it's already been planned. This romantic relationship is planned, it's already been divinely orchestrated. But what is stopping it from coming into your reality right now is just because you are not yet the version of yourself. You've not fully remembered who you are. You're an old soul. You've done this many times. But in this current lifetime, you've forgotten who you are. Because when you remember who you are, then you take your place as the Buddha. People always seek you out. So you don't worry about, oh, will you be there for them? Will you be able to shop for them? You know they will always seek you out all your life. But you need to pour into yourself so that you can then pour into other people, so that you can use your magic to create these blessings for other people. I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my visions to become a reality. You guys have big dreams, and it's time for you to dream bigger. It's time for you to dream bigger. Don't be afraid to dream bigger. This is the month for you to dream bigger. And lastly, when I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know how, when, or how it will happen. You can trust that everything is working out for you, even if you don't know when or how it will just come to place. That's not your business. Your business is for you to enjoy life. Your business is for you to show up in your life as the best version of yourself. Every other thing you need to make your life feel successful, all the goals you've set for yourself. And because these goals, you're an old soul, these goals are for the world. Of course, they'll come into fruition. Of course, that's why you're also being guided that you're dreaming too small. Ooh, you've been reincarnated to be able to impact the world on a global stage. So you cannot allow yourself to play small or dream small. No, you have to dream big, because your audience, your total addressable market is the world. Your total addressable market is the world. Are you ready to impact the world? And you're not going to be doing it alone. You're doing it hand in hand with this divine soulmate that's been carefully planned and picked out for you. Alright, my love. So if you chose deck 3, this deck, that was your message for August 2025. If this video resonated with you, let me know. Leave a comment behind. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, the link is in the description. beesbotanica.com. I love you. See you.